Dear students in grade 12, good afternoon and welcome to our English seminar for today, in which we are going to talk about Unit 11, and at the end of this session we can talk about the final exam of the baccalaureate. Dear students, dear colleagues in the field, let me first introduce my colleagues in the studio who are going to participate with me in this session. Miss Samar Asrawi, an English teacher from Damascus countryside. Good afternoon, Miss Samar.
Good afternoon.
And Miss Hanan Kantagji, an English teacher in Hama Directorate. Good afternoon, and thanks for coming from Hama. Thank you very much. Dear students, as you know, in Unit 11, the title of Unit 11 is about artificial intelligence. Of course, allow me at the beginning of this session to introduce, let's say, the contents of Unit 11, then we can talk about each skill separately. We can use the laptop, of course. As you can see, this is the title of Unit 11, Artificial Intelligence. In this unit, dear students, in the listening skill, you are going to learn how to listen for specific information. When we talk about speaking, you are going to learn how to discuss different opinions. Of course, you will have a reading text titled Artificial Intelligence. In writing, you are going to learn how to write a composition about the uses of artificial intelligence. In grammar, of course, we will discuss the reported speech, how to report statements and how to report questions. In pronunciation, you are going to learn a different skill for today, which is called strong and weak forms of auxiliary verbs. In vocabulary, you are going to, let's say, learn some common verbs related to science and technology. In everyday English, we have a skill called being tactful. So if we want to express or to give this expression, how to express or being tactful to someone else. Dear students, let me first, at the beginning of this session, watch a video together. Then after the video, we can talk. Let's watch the video.
What is AI? Let's start with a question. What do you think the most complex object in the universe is? Try and think of it. I guarantee you the answer is in your head, literally. That's because it's the human brain. Even the most complex networks, the most powerful systems, cannot match it. Changing that is the ultimate goal of artificial intelligence. It is not about building a robot, but creating a computer mind that can think like a human. But there are many steps along the way. So-called simple or narrow AI systems are already everywhere. From Apple's Siri to Facebook's friend recommendations, it's in our cars, our homes, even air traffic control. And narrow AI has been around for years, doing one specific task better than any human. The computer Deep Blue beat the world chess champion way back in 1997, but ask it to play drafts, and it wouldn't know where to start. It couldn't learn a new game for itself. It couldn't think as a human. And so, we come back to the challenge, and some say the danger of creating a human or general AI, a computer mind that thinks like a human, that learns, that improves, that could even become superhuman. Experts predict 2050 is the year we could see it, if it is even possible. It's a race worth billions. Some say it will save humanity, others say it could destroy us. Either way, if and when it happens, the world will be changed forever.
Okay, thank you very much. So, dear students, as you can see, we have just watched a video about artificial intelligence. So, let me ask Ms. Samar about the meaning of AI or artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence?
Yeah, actually, artificial intelligence or AI is the branch of science. It's a field of science and engineering specialized in making clever machines capable of thinking and imitating human level intelligence.
So it means to make clever machines.
Yes.
These machines are able to behave as humans.
Sure.
This is, let's say, the main idea.
This is the main idea of our
the meaning of artificial
Yes.
intelligence. Thank you very much. What is, Ms. Hanan, the main target or purpose of AI field?
Yeah.
What for? What is it for?
Okay. So one of the primary targets of the AI field, of course, is to produce fully intelligent agents that interact with the surroundings, give and take, of course, with the surroundings, and conduct a human-like behavior. They should behave like human people. These agents are tools or machines having the ability to judge the matter and differentiate what's wrong. So they can decide what's right, what's wrong.
Good.
They are clever machines, of course.
So to make intelligent machines,
Yes.
intelligent agents, intelligent tools,
Yes.
these tools can interact with the surroundings
Yes.
and can conduct different tasks, human-like behaviors.
Yes.
These tasks are called human-like behaviors. It means they can imitate
Yes,
humans.
human. Yes.
I can give an example, sir. Nowadays, I'm talking about artificial intelligence. There are TV presenters who can
Good.
give the news.
Yes.
They are robots, but they are,
After
of course,
human,
they,
Of course,
yeah,
nowadays
Yes.
we have teachers at school,
Maybe.
robots in hospitals.
They will do without us.
Robots
Yeah.
robots
Yes.
can do different tasks and they can behave as humans or like
Yes.
humans.
Okay.
Good. Number 3, Ms. Summer, how did the field of AI start? Let's go talk about the beginning of this field, the artificial intelligence, how it started.
As you said, the field started with robots. And everyone, I think, know robots. What do we mean by that? And the first spark, when a test of the ability of a machine to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to that of a human was done.
Good.
Again and again.
So the
They
field started with
imitate, yes.
robots.
Yes, with
It
robots.
started with robots.
Yes.
And the first spark, when
Yes.
a test of the ability of a machine to
machine.
exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent,
Yes.
similar to that of a human, was done. Thank you very much. Ms. Hanan, what can robots do? If we want to talk about robots, these
They are-
machines, what can they do?
as we said, they are clever machines first. They can sense, feel,
Good.
and react, give and take, as we said, the world around them, the surrounding. They also cover purely software. Based
Based
agents,
agents.
they are already programmed, which can be actuated with natural language and multimedia. So they can, of course, use a language, they can use multimedia, of course.
Good. So they can sense, they can react to the world around them. They also cover purely software-based agents, which can be actuated with natural language and multimedia.
Yes.
What does the AI field, Ms. Summer, include nowadays?
We can say that it includes many things. Currently, the field expands to driving, and you know about autonomous cars, aviation, medicine, online advertising, image recognition as mobile phone or
Yes.
cell phones, and personal assistance.
So in all fields, we can
Yes.
say. So it is found nowadays in all fields. Currently, the field expands to driving. Yes, in our
Yes.
cars, we have something called artificial intelligence. We have computers in our cars. Aviation, when we talk about planes,
Yes.
designing planes, and
Designing,
how
yes.
to, let's say, make planes work, maybe.
Yes.
Medicine in hospitals, online advertising, even in advertising, we have artificial intelligence, image recognition, multimedia,
Yes.
and so on, and personal,
assistance.
Okay, Ms. Hannah, what does the AI field depend on? If we want to talk about this field, what does it depend on?
Mainly, of course, it depends on computer science. So the AI or the artificial intelligence field is based on computer science, information engineering, there are many branches, mathematics, psychology, linguistics, philosophy, and many other fields. So many fields work together, of course, to consist the artificial intelligence.
So it depends on more than one, let's say, science.
Science or
Maybe
field.
computer science,
Yeah.
information engineering, mathematics, psychology, linguistics, because we use language when we talk about artificial intelligence. Philosophy also, because it is related in a way or another to human behaviors, and many other fields. Good.
Linguistics as well.
What about the question number 7, Ms. Summer? When did the idea of or spark of AI start? When?
We have mentioned that previously. The first spark started in the year 1950, when a test of the ability of a machine to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to that of a human was done.
Good. So in the year 1950.
Yes, 1950.
It started in the year 1950.
Yes.
The first idea or the first spark. Good. What happened in 1990s, in the 1990s, Ms. Hannah?
A kind of revolution, that's industrial revolution in the field of artificial intelligence. So in the 1990s, of course, sir, the new concept or idea of intelligent agent emerged when AI was not only limited to computer science, but also developed to include other areas like health, security, education, music, art, and business applications, let's say. Many of AI applications are deeply embedded in the infrastructure of every industry.
When we say deeply embedded,
they are included.
Explain some maybe phrases found in the reading text. Maybe some students do not understand the meaning of these words. So when we say they are deeply embedded in the infrastructure of every industry.
Yes, deeply embedded. Embedded here, it means included or equipped. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Deeply, it more, of course, to the depth, of course. We mean artificial intelligence is
when
included.
When we say are deeply embedded, it means widely.
Yes.
They are widely found, widely used in the infrastructure of every industry. When we talk about each industry has an infrastructure.
Basis.
What do you mean?
Basis.
Yes, that's it. The infrastructure of every industry. And they are expected in a few years after now to touch nearly, to reach nearly all the industries, all kinds of it. So nowadays, let's say artificial intelligence is not found in all industries, but we can say in most industries, but not in all of them. Because the text says nearly all the industries. To touch nearly all the industries, it means that it is not found nowadays in all industries.
We are in a pace.
It is found in most industries.
Yes, we are in a pace, of course, of industrial revolution. Especially,
so
I mean,
students have to understand. Okay, the concept, let's say, of this reading text, to discuss, to be able to discuss the main ideas of the text, not to focus on translation. We can talk about this when we finish the text. Okay, Ms. Summer, can you give one of the AI limitations?
Yeah, sure. What do we mean by limitations? Maybe restraints?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I can. One of the AI limitations is the lack of common sense. We said that they imitate a human, but they are not a human. So there is a lack of common sense. What do we mean by that?
So they need the common sense.
They
lack the common sense. They are not humans, as you said. So they cannot.
They are machines.
They lack some feelings. Let's say that. What about the sense? Okay. So though some machines can, let's say sense
basic emotions
in a way or another. Some basic emotions. Let's talk about this. How is it also limited, Ms. Hanan?
Yes, sir. One of the limitations, of course, is that it can't feel like people, as we said. We have AI is also limited in terms of emotional intelligence. So this means artificial intelligence can't cover this well, of course, because they can't feel as a human, especially regarding emotions. Moreover, AI can only detect basic human emotional states such as anger, joy, sadness, stress, pain, fear, and neutrality, of course. But regarding emotions, maybe love or hatred, maybe it is not covered yet.
You mean a machine can, let's say, check or can assure whether someone is angry or happy or sad?
It's a program like that.
Or suffering from a pain, for example, or frightened, or has no feeling at all, neutrality. Nowadays, some machines can check these emotions, but there are other emotions cannot be reached by artificial
Yes,
intelligence.
like love
Yet,
or hatred,
Love,
sir.
hate.
what is the emotional intelligence, Ms. Samar? When we talk about emotional intelligence, what do we mean by this?
Emotional intelligence is one of the next hurdles to higher levels of personalization. It's, let's say, something related to human. Rational and harmonic interactions are acquired or required between application-specific projects and research ideas to sustain the progress of AI.
Good. So
the emotional intelligence is the capacity to be aware of or control and express emotions.
good, to express emotions,
Yes.
to be able to express emotions.
All
This is the
kinds.
meaning or the main idea of the
emotional-
question.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the meaning of
They
emotional
can't
intelligence.
express
To
emotions.
to be able to express emotional emotions.
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 All
That's
kinds,
it.
let's say.
That's it.
Feelings.
Exactly. Ms. Hannah,
Yes,
what
sir.
is required nowadays to sustain the progress of AI, to sustain, to guarantee, to assure, to make sure that we, the AI is being developed?
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Now, to encourage or to motivate the development of a systematic framework on which the future AI will flourish or progress, so it is quite important here to apart science from fiction. Fiction, it means something unreal, of course, from practical reality. Despite the common belief that machines are man-made products, many think of them as the new controllers of the new future. So we think, of course, and I think it is true, many machines control or take place, are replacing man or human being.
They are
of course.
replacing humans.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe some robots can replace drivers.
Yes.
What about autonomous vehicles?
I told you an
Yes.
example, TV
Autonomous
rickshaws.
cars, autonomous vehicles.
News
at
presenter,
school,
sir.
some teachers were replaced
be
by
replaced.
robots. In
Yes.
hospitals,
Right.
some robots can do operations
Operations,
nowadays instead of doctors. So we are going to a point in which we can say that our world will be
We are
risky,
going to be
or
replaced.
we can't imagine
This will
how
cause
the world
maybe
will
a
be
kind of-
after 10 years maybe
Yes,
from
sir.
now, because of this rapid
Maybe
progress.
And because of the artificial intelligence, I think there will be a high level of unemployment.
Yes.
Some people
yes,
will suffer.
That's it. Now we have an exercise, but before doing the exercise,
Yes.
I'd like to advise our dear students. I'm sure that you are now working hard to prepare for your final exams. It's okay, you have, let's say, done well so far after, let's say, the academic year or the school year. You are now at home preparing for your final exam. So when you want to read any reading text, dear students, don't focus on translation, because it's okay, it is important to understand the meanings of words, but not separately. You have to understand how to use them through the context, how to use them in full structures, how to express your ideas, right? How to express information, how to give information, how to ask for information, and how to give information.
Yes.
So you have to do this at home with someone, or to work on this point, okay? Don't try to learn by heart only the meanings of words. It's not enough. You have to discuss the main ideas. When you read a text, you have to know the main ideas of this reading text. This is what we want from you. It is not enough to understand again or to translate
Word
the
by
meanings
word.
of words. This is not enough.
Word by
Yes,
word, we
that's
mean.
Exactly. Now, for example, here we have examples. We have an exercise. Choose the correct meaning. Miss
Yes,
Sama,
a
please.
very small burning piece of material is called an agent, maybe assistant, a spark, B, aviation, or agents. Let's say a spark.
So
A burning piece
it
is a spark. Yes,
a
it's
spark.
yes.
Thank you very much.
Most
This is the
welcome.
meaning of a spark, a very small burning piece of material. Number 2.
Equal in value, amount, meaning, importance, etc. Okay, is neutral, equivalent, required, flourished. No, B, equivalent.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right. Thank you very much.
Most welcome.
Number 3.
Yes, the state of not supporting either side in a disagreement, competition, or war is named equivalency, neutrality, aviation, or agent. No, B, neutrality.
Neutrality.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you very much. Next one, please.
Okay. 4 here. The designing, building, and flying of aircraft is aircraft. We mean planes. So is it equivalency? Surely not. Is it neutrality, to be on neither sides?
To support no one.
Okay. Or agent or aviation? Surely aviation. It is about aircraft, about planes. The science that studies this.
Yes.
To make it difficult, number 5, I mean, to make it difficult for somebody to do something is to either naturalize, spark as a verb, hinder, or produce. Hinder here is the exact meaning.
Yes. Difficult.
Okay. We have to find the word which means people or things that do an action. Is it agents? Is it equivalents, robots, or technologies? When we are talking about people, surely it is agents. So the correct answer is agents.
That's right. Thank you very much. Okay. Next one. Now we have a different exercise, I think. Here we have to replace the words in italics in the sentences below with words from the text to correct the information. So here, this is what I mean. Students are expected to know all the meanings of words in the reading text and know how to use them in different structures. So here they need to correct the information. So if they want to correct the information, they must understand the main ideas of the text to be able to correct the information. It's not enough to know how to translate the words or to give the meaning in Arabic, for example, or to learn by heart the meaning of the word in English. Because I know that many students during the year, they spent many hours learning by heart the meanings of words in English.
Yeah, sure.
It was a wrong strategy, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 1. Clever machines capable of imitating humans are examples of natural intelligence. The whole text or the main idea of the text is artificial intelligence. What do you think?
So not natural, of course.
So it's not natural, yeah, sure. It's artificial intelligence. So clever machines capable of imitating humans are examples of artificial intelligence.
Thank you. Next
Okay,
one.
Next one. Clever machines have the inability, my gosh, to judge matter and distinguish what is wrong.
I don't think they
You
have
don't
the
think
inability.
that?
They have the ability.
They have the ability, sure. We are talking about opposites.
Yes.
Yes. Artificial intelligence emerged after doing many experiments on machines to imitate humans' food. Humans' food? Definitely not. A human's behavior.
Good.
Nowadays, AI applications are used in 1 or 2 industries. And we say computers, cell phones, and so on and so forth. So here we have, nowadays, AI applications are used in all industries. To sustain the progress of AI, there should be a consistent interchange between machines. Machines, definitely not. To sustain the progress of AI, there should be a consistent interchange between research theory and practice.
Good, but I think here,
Yes.
let's go back to number 4. It would be better if we say are used in nearly all industries.
Yes,
I think it would be better to add the word nearly all industries because the text says that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay? So it would be better to add
maybe
nearly
after some
before
years it will
all
be
industries.
In a few years.
After some
Maybe
years it
after
will be.
5 years from now, we
will
can
be-
delete the word nearly.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay. Now, a different exercise, dear students. If you follow me on the laptop, this one, yes, this slide, here we can move on to talk about the vocabulary. Of course, in addition to the new vocabs in the reading text, in each unit, we introduce some new vocabs. Yeah, sure. They could be phrasal verbs, idioms, word family maybe, prepositions, adjectives, and so on. So in this unit, I think we have some verbs related to science. They are used widely in science. Miss Hanan, please.
Okay. Here we have verbs used in science and technology also. Number one, he experimented with different materials before utilizing the most sustainable one. So
suitable, the most suitable one.
Suitable, sorry,
yes,
I'm
suitable,
wrong.
not sustainable.
Yeah, sorry,
okay.
I'm wrong. So another experimented with, of course, it means to do experiments, of course,
yes, yes.
Utilizing, using. The engineer pressed a button.
Means he tried.
Yes, exactly.
He tried.
Yeah.
This is the meaning.
Yeah, tried.
Yes. He experimented with, it means
he
tried different materials.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
The engineer pressed a button and lights started flashing. To press a button to, of course, to push it down.
Finger
okay. And the lights, as you know, flashing to give kind of light. When she pulled the large lever, the wheel began to rotate. Pull the lever, of course, to pull it up or down, etc. The wheel, as you know, began to rotate to go round.
Yes.
The vet.
Number 4.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The vet dissected the animal and extracted the organs. This is completely scientific. Dissected, of course, to have a cut in this in the animal, of course, and to extract, to take out the organs, its organs.
Yes.
A kind of anatomy there. When they were combined.
So the vet is a doctor.
Of animals.
Yes, of animals. That's it. Number 5.
When they were combined, the two chemicals reacted violently with each other. So when they combined, united, get together, the two chemicals, chemical materials reacted, have interaction, give and take, violently with each other. After analyzing the problem, she concluded that there was a flaw in the theory. After analyzing the problem, of course, discussing it in detail, let's say.
Looking into, maybe.
She concluded that there was a flaw, a defect or something wrong.
She got the result, yes. She concluded that there was something wrong
in the theory.
Yes.
Okay. Now, insert the disc.
We all use this.
Yeah. Yes. Insert the disc. Yeah.
Insert the disc
into the DVD drive to install the software or visit the website to download it. So insert to put inside the machine, of course, the DVD, and install to fix, of course, software, the program
to get something.
So I'm sure that most of these words are widely used, and many students know about them. Not only in the baccalaureate, before the baccalaureate.
Yes.
In their previous books, these words are dealt with before. They are dealt with. Now, here we have an exercise. Miss Samar, please match the sentence beginnings with the endings. You can both do it. Do this exercise.
We can
it's okay. The beginnings, these chemicals react with each other. We say that these chemicals can be combined or react with each other.
So
number one with C, okay. Number 2, if you pull that lever, it starts the machine. So number 2 with E.
That's correct. Yes. Number 3.
The zoologist extracted and with the organs from the animal. So number 3 with G.
The zoologist extract the organs from the animal. Yes.
When you press that button, it turns the printer on.
Yes.
Operates.
Yeah, operates.
Number 5, Miss Hanan.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
They experimented, it should be with H, with different liquids. Experimented, tried, as we said.
Yes.
I believe there is a law in the theory. Number 7, they had to dissect the animal to see why it died. Dissect, of course, to have a cut or to see the insides.
Yes.
A red light started to flash after a few seconds. To flash, as we said, to give a light.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay. Now we have another exercise. Choose the correct answer, A, B, C, or D. And here I think this is the same way in which the same strategy we follow in the final exam.
Yes,
in the first text, of course, the students will be given 6 questions after the first reading text.
Yes.
All of them are multiple choice questions. They will have 4 options. Ms. Samar, please.
Yes. Choose the correct answer, A, B, C, or D. The wheel began to insert, to analyze, combine, or rotate. No, definitely the wheel began to rotate very quickly. Rotate or turn, it's the same. Okay. Number 2, for me, okay. The disk to get the software ready to work. Okay. To insert the disk or utilize the disk, combine or react, definitely insert. Insert the disk to get the software ready to work.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Here we have also you should. We need a verb after should. Either insert, utilize, turn, rotate the strongest material. So it should be, of course, utilize. To use. We should use the strongest material. 4, we need a verb. Look into, analyze, rotate, or both A and B. Of course, let's complete the sentence first. So we, the problem, and decide what it was, that it was a computer virus, sorry. So if we say look into, it's okay. If we say analyze, it's okay. So it should be D, both A and B, because they are similar in meaning.
Look into the problem.
Look into, to search into the problem. Analyze, and to have the details.
Decided, and what? Analyze the problem. We looked into, or we
can analyze the problem.
Yes. I think it must be analyzed. We analyzed the problem and decided that it was a computer virus. Here you mix between 2 answers, right? Look into the problem and analyzed the problem. Looked into and analyzed. We can use them both.
Yes.
It's okay, but in the exam, in the final exam, it's just an exercise here. But in the final exam, just again, we don't follow this strategy.
Oh, okay.
Okay? The students will be given 4 different choices. Okay? This is what I mean. It's okay for now. It is an exercise. What next? Here we have a different now exercise. We call this maybe word family.
Yes,
I think it is a word family exercise,
yes.
Right? Because here the 4 choices or the 4 options, dear students, are related to each other from one word. I mean, they are derived from one word. We have a verb, you have an adjective, a noun, etc. An adverb maybe. So the word family. This is what we call the word family. Okay, Ms. Samar, please.
Yes, number 1. Something is an essential factor for making any success in life. Is it motivate? Sure, here we need a noun. At the beginning of the sentence, we need noun. Motivate, be motivated. No, C, motivation.
It is motivation. So what is motivation? Motivation is an essential factor for making any success in life.
In life.
Good.
Yes. Number 2, he should be able to solve the problem. Why? Because he is reasonably intelligent maybe, unintelligent, or intelligently. What do you think? B, intelligent.
That's right.
Okay.
There is a reason, of course, why it should be intelligent to help the students. After verb to be, we use an adjective.
Adjective, sure.
And reasonably is an adverb that describes.
He's tired. He's frightened, he's motivated, he's intelligent,
he's smart, clever.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Number 3.
Before going to the airport, you should check your travel. Also, we need a noun here. Is it required, requirement, requiring? Surely it is requirements. The things needed, of course, to travel. Hama, which is my city, being an attractive city.
An ancient city or an attractive? It is attractive, I know.
By the way,
but it is also an ancient city.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, being an ancient city, we need here a verb, sir. Because Hama is the subject, we need a verb. So which one of the four choices is a verb? Is it combination? Surely it's a noun. Combine, it is a verb. Combined, it's maybe past form or an adjective. Combining, surely not.
So
here we need
sorry for interruption. Hama, here we have, let's say, a clause.
yes,
Right?
extra information.
It is a non-defining clause.
Yes.
Right? So the main clause is Hama, and Hama is a subject. As a subject needs a verb.
Yes,
so Hama combines the past and the present. But here, being an ancient city, because it is an ancient city, okay, Hama combines, okay, the past and the present. Okay, so some students maybe get confused after these non-defining clauses, right, found after the subject. So they need to know that this subject needs a verb. Where is the verb?
Yes.
Okay. So the verb is combined.
They are separated by the
exactly.
the adverbial phrase. Okay.
Good. Thank you very much. Now, another exercise here.
It's a video.
No, not exercise. We have finished everything about vocabs. Here now, dear students, in grammar, as you know, again, I think this. Let's say skill or grammatical skill is repeated in the baccalaureate because you have taken it before in previous grades, in grade 9 maybe, in grade 10, in grade 11. So here, let's say, it's just a revision. Maybe we can add something new to the reported speech, but it is, frankly speaking, it is a revision of something you have taken before. So the reported speech is known to everyone. For today, we are going to discuss everything related to the reported speech. But before discussing it, let's watch a video. It is a nice video. After the video, we can talk about the reported speech. Let's watch the video.
Is that bird friendly?
He asked if the bird was friendly. He asked whether the bird was friendly.
Does it like people?
He asked if it liked people. He asked whether it liked people.
What kind of bird is it?
He asked what kind of bird it was.
What does it eat?
He asked what it ate.
Finished? Okay. Thank you very much. Let's go back, dear students. I think it was a nice video in which we can say that we can report general statements from someone to someone else, and we can report questions. When we talk about questions, we have two types of questions,
Yes, no
WH
question,
questions,
WH question.
if yes, no questions. So let's start with Ms. Samar, please.
Firstly, we are going to start about general speech. There are two ways of relating what a person has said, either direct or indirect. In direct speech, we repeat the original speaker's exact words. And direct speech is found in conversations, in books, in plays, and in quotations. While in indirect speech, we give the exact meaning of a speech without necessarily using the speaker's exact word. So we get the meaning.
Yes.
This is the difference between direct and indirect speech.
That's it. So, again, for example, let me give an example.
Yes.
If Miss Summer says something, for example, let's say, I like my job, okay?
Yeah.
So Hanan can ask me, what did Summer say? So I can say to Hanan, Summer said, I like my job. Or Summer said, she liked her job. When I say, Summer said, I like her job, I like my job, this is a direct speech. I am reporting the exact words of Summer.
No change.
Yes.
No change.
Yes.
So in the second way, which is required from the students, of course,
Yeah,
because
sure.
this strategy is used, as we said, in conversations, in books, in plays, and in quotations.
Yes.
But in the exams, it doesn't work. You need to change, okay? So here, when we talk about indirect speech, we need to make some changes in the sentence, because we are using our own words. This is the reported speech.
We are reporting the meaning.
Good. In indirect speech, we give the exact meaning of the speech without necessarily using the speaker's exact words.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue now.
Okay. Now, to change from direct into indirect or into reported speech, of course, we have 4 steps. We have to follow 4 steps that we need to follow, of course, to use to change from direct into direct or into repeated. So, example first. I woke up late this morning. This is, as you see, of course, direct, because it is used between inverted commas.
Yes.
It is. We have to here make some changes.
Actual words.
She said that she had woken up late that morning. As you can see, we have different changes. One of them, we started with what?
With the pronoun.
Yeah. Before she said, what she said?
The reporting verb,
the reporting verb.
We can report by using said or told me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure.
We can use told me.
Yes.
Right? Summer told me or Summer said.
It depends. If it is a statement, we have certain reporting verb, or if it is a question.
Sure, sure.
So the first step here is to add a reporting clause.
Yes.
Next step, of course. Yes, you told me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
waiting.
Okay.
okay. So the first step, add a reporting clause, while the second step to change the pronoun. I woke up late this morning, and she said that she had woken up late that morning. This is the second step.
Good.
The third step, sir. To change the time and the place words. Some time expressions which refer to something near, of course, or place words which refer to something near should be remote, let's say, or far away. So here the example, I woke up late this morning. As you see, the changes here. She said that she had woken up late that morning. This morning has become that morning. So here we change the time reference or the time word.
Good.
Okay.
Number 4, back shift the tense. Okay, I woke up late this morning. Woke up, past simple. Here we have, she said that you know that it's optional. She said she had woken up late that morning. From simple past into past participle.
So when we want to report, let's say,
Yes.
any sentence, we must go a step backward in the tense.
Sure.
Whether it is simple present, whether it is present continuous, present perfect, or even simple past. We need to go a step backward.
Yes.
And the future.
Yes, and the future also, of course.
Should be future conditional.
Will becomes would, for example.
Future conditional.
Is going to becomes was going to, etc.
Yes.
So that's it. We have some examples, of course, Ms. Sama,
sure.
Ms. Hanan. Yes, please.
He said, I've lost my umbrella. This is the actual word of the speaker.
I have lost my umbrella.
Yes.
Okay.
Indirect, he said that he had lost his umbrella.
Of course, that here is optional.
Yeah, sure.
Why? Because we have a subject, which is he. So we can omit
We can say,
that.
yes. He said he had lost his umbrella.
Yes.
First and second person pronouns And possessive adjectives normally change to the third person except when the speaker is reporting his own word.
Good.
Good. So, yes, Ms. Hanan.
Yes, sir. We have here some changes of pronouns. As she said, we have to change personal pronouns, subject pronouns, object pronouns, possessive adjectives, possessive pronouns. For example, if we have I, it can be changed.
The speaker could be
Either
a male or a female.
So
Yes.
it can be he or
Right?
she.
Yes,
Yeah. But if it is we, it should be they.
of course.
You, as you see, it no change. Now, object pronouns, if it is me, it can be him or her. Us, it can be them. You, also the same, it. Possessive adjectives, my, it can be his or her. Our, it can be their. Your, it's no change. Possessive pronouns, mine, it can be his or hers. Ours, it can be theirs. Yours, etc.
Of course, here, students need to practice them.
Yes.
It is not enough to give this timetable for them to learn it by heart, maybe. So it is not a good strategy. Again, as I usually focus, or I always focus on this point. I repeat it hundreds of times, maybe.
Yes.
Because they need to practice the rule, not to learn the rule by heart.
Sure.
That's it. Another example.
Yeah, we have more examples. She said, he's my son. She said that he was her son. I am L, she said. She said that she was L.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you, Miss Hanan.
Okay. As we said, some adverbs or adverbial phrases of time also change as follows, which refer to something near should be something remote or far away. Today, it is direct. When it is indirect, it should be that day. Yesterday, it can be the day before or the previous day. Last week, last night, etc. It can be the previous. Tomorrow, it can be the next or the following day. Example, of course. I saw her the day before yesterday. He said, when it is reported, he said he'd seen her 2 days before. As you see, the day before yesterday, it goes back 2 days before. We go back in time.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Okay.
Of course, what about some adverbs related to place?
Like here, there.
Like here,
Yeah.
if there is a change in the place, okay, if we are not still here, for example,
So you're going to say.
if a group of people said, we have been here for 10 minutes, I want to repeat or to report their speech to someone else, what did they say? They said that they
They
have
had
been
been-
here for 10 minutes if
It
there is
is-
no change in the place, if we are still in the same place.
Sure.
But if there is a change, if we are not somewhere else, we are not anymore in the same place, we need to change it to there. So here becomes there.
There.
At that place, not here.
This, that, these, those.
Exactly. If
And,
we
also here,
report
there, yes.
their speech after, for example, a time, after
Now,
1 week,
then,
2
yes.
days, 3 days, etc.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. More examples?
Yes, please.
Yes. I'll do it tomorrow. He promised. Indirect, he promised that he would do it the next day. Many changes. He instead of I, would instead of will, and do the same, eat the same, and tomorrow the next day. Another example.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Here we have a direct statement says, she said, my brother got married a year ago. When it is reported, when we delete the inverted commas and make changes, we say, he said that her brother had got married a year before or the previous year. Also, we have changes. We say her brother got married past simple into past perfect, had got married a year ago instead of, we can say a year before or the previous year.
Good. Thank you.
Yes.
Reported questions. The same, we change the tense, we change the pronoun, possessive adjectives, adverbs. Let's say, when we turn direct questions into indirect speech, the following changes are necessary. Tenses, to backshift the tense, pronouns, sure, the speaker, possessive adjectives, adverbs of time and place, and also we change as in statement. So in a question statement, we use the auxiliary or the verb and then the subject. While in reported question, we invert them to become subject and then the verb.
But we are not asking now, we are reporting.
Yes, we are reporting, sure. We need the statement of the sentence.
Not questions.
The sentence structure, yes, sure. The interrogative form of the verb changes to the affirmative form, and then the question mark is omitted in indirect questions. For example, where is the station? Between quotations and we use a question mark, it's a question. A reported question or reported speech, it's a statement, normal statement. He asked where the station was.
Good.
Good?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, most welcome.
Yes, sir.
Hanan, please.
So here we have also steps. We have here 7 steps that we need to follow to use reported speech or reported questions, we mean, of course. We have an example. He said, where did you go last summer?
The same words here.
Yeah.
No change.
No change here because it is between inverted commas. So when it is reported, sir, we should omit the inverted commas and the other changes. So we say, he asked me where I had gone the summer before. The changes are the verb of reporting, he asked me. Where did you go? It is a question in the past. It should be changed into the past perfect. You, we change you into I. Last summer into the summer before. So as you see, add a reporting clause with a question reporting verb. Question reporting verbs can be asked, inquired, wondered, and maybe others.
Thank you.
Okay.
Step number 2, keep the question word. So here we have in the example where, and we keep where. If we use what, we keep what, who, and so on and so forth. And if the question is yes, no question, or let's say close question, we can use either if or whether. So here we have, he asked me where I had gone the summer before.
Okay.
Okay.
The third change for the same examples here. As you see here, where did you go last summer? It is changed into, he asked me where I had gone the summer before. As she said, we have 3 choices. She mentioned 1, 2, and the third choice is use the word order of the statement, subject, verb, and the rest of the sentence. This means we if we have do, does, did, we have to omit them.
Yeah.
If we have a helping verb, it should come after the subject after changing the tense. We should be careful to the changes of the tenses because the verb of reporting is past, asked, inquired, wondered, and so on.
Good, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, step number 4, it's clear that we have to change the pronoun. We changed you into I because the receptor of the sentence me. So we change the pronoun into I. Number 5, change the time and the place words. Where did you go last summer? And the reported is, he asked me where I had gone the summer before.
Okay.
Yes.
To change here the tense, as we said, to backshift the tense, the example was, where did you go last summer? It is in the past. When we reported it, we changed here the tense from past simple into past perfect, and the question has become, or the reported question has become, she asked me where I had gone the summer before. We change, did you go past simple into past perfect, had gone.
Okay, the last one, omit the question mark. So we are here in a normal statement or a normal sentence. He asked me where I had gone the summer before.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We have here an exercise, of course, about choosing the correct choice. We're taking the 9 o'clock train. This is a statement, and they say
said by Judy.
Judy said, or said by Judy?
It was said by Judy, yes.
Exactly. So Judy said we have to report this statement. As we said, we have some changes. We have the first choice. We are taking the 9 o'clock train. Here we have no change of tense, so it is not acceptable. B, we were taking the 9 o'clock train. We have a change of tense, but we have no change of pronoun, so it is also not acceptable. They are taking the 9 o'clock train. Here we have a change of pronoun, but we don't change the tense, so it is not accepted. The correct choice is they were taking the 9 o'clock train. We have a change of pronoun, a change of tense, and that's all.
Yes.
Okay.
Judy said they were taking the 9 o'clock train.
Yes,
Thank
exactly.
you very much. Okay.
Okay.
Next one.
I will have to get up early, she said. Yeah, definitely. The student can get how to change this sentence. I have to change I have to change well. That's it. But also we have to change have. So here we have 3 changes. A, she will have to get up early. She will have, no, because we keep well. B, she would have to get up early. She would have to get up early. Okay, and C, she would have to get up early. The same answer?
No.
Or to get?
No.
Yeah,
To
sure,
got,
I know.
to got
or to get.
That's
Yes. So C is the right answer.
Okay.
She would have to get up early.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes. Another example here. It is a question. What is the time? He asked. Of course, as we said, we have to do many changes. The question should be like a statement. So, what is the time? Yeah, the word order is not correct because the helping verb is still before the subject and there is no change. What was the time? Also, the word order is not correct because the helping verb is before the subject, but we have a change of tense. What the time is, we have a change of the word order, but the tense has not changed. The correct answer should be what the time was.
So, thank you, Ms. Hanan.
Yes.
So students should know very easily, let's say, that the first choice and the second choice are not correct. Why?
Yes.
Because there is a verb before the subject. There is no inversion here.
Yes.
So there is a verb before the subject. It is wrong. Here we are writing, let's say, a statement, not a question. So we must use the subject
first
before the verb. So
yes, sure.
A and B are both wrong.
Yes.
What about C? What the time is? Here it's okay after what we use the subject, but there is a
we keep
mistake
the
here,
tense.
the tense. So here is not correct because it must be was,
Yes.
not is. So
Sure.
here choice D is the correct answer. What the time was. This is how students should think in the exam. They should first delete, let's say, the wrong options. They should delete them, and they should focus on the rule, on the grammatical rule. In this way, they can choose the correct answer.
If they know the wrong
Yes.
options, definitely they know the
Yes,
right
I'm
answer.
sure.
Yes.
Of course. Yes, Samar.
Yes, how will you travel to work?
Next one, after this, we
Yes.
have another sentence maybe?
Yes. How will you travel to work? He asked her. How will she travel to work? As you said, how will? Definitely not.
No inversion.
How she would, yes. How she would travel to work? Yeah, maybe. C, how will he? No, definitely not. And D, how would she? Also, we still in the question form, that's not acceptable here. So B is the right answer. How she would travel to work.
We want a choice in which the subject comes before the verb. So I think it is choice B.
B.
That's right. Okay.
Another question or another example. This is a yes/no question. Have you got any experience before? It is in the
Have
present.
you got any experience before?
Yeah. They asked him. We have also 4 choices. If she, we have to change, of course. This is in. I want to add first a note. In yes/no questions, we must add if or whether. We said this before, but here to focus. So if she had got any experience before, it's wrong here. Why? We have to change, to do some changes, of course. Here we have he. If he got any experience before, surely not, because they asked him. The first is wrong because they asked him. So if he or she, it should be he.
Yeah, okay.
C, if she got any experience before, also not possible. If he had got any experience before, this is the correct answer.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Thank God. So it is choice D. Okay. Next one.
Yes. Do you have a car? Or
Sure.
do you prefer walking?
Okay.
They ask him. Okay, here we have two verbs in this sentence, and we have to make a management between the two verbs. If he has a car, definitely not. We still in present, so no. B, if she has, no, they ask him, so she is not acceptable here also, and the tense still present. C, if he had, yeah, somehow let's go on. If he had a car or he prefers walking, definitely not, because we have he had, and then we must
Change prefers.
yes, prefers. D, if he had a car or he preferred walking. So this is the answer.
The last one.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Most welcome.
Now, we move on to talk about something which is new, which is in pronunciation called strong and weak forms of auxiliary verbs.
Yes.
We all use auxiliary verbs in our statements, in our speech every day. So how to pronounce them? Sometimes we use, let's say, weak form of auxiliaries, and sometimes we use strong forms of auxiliaries.
Yes.
What is the meaning of strong form, weak form? Ms. Hanan, we need details from you,
Yeah.
please.
When we say strong form, like the verb am, when it is in the strongest form, it should be am. But when it is in the weak form, it should be short. So when it is, by the way, especially with this, I mean, auxiliary verbs are pronounced in the weak form when they are in the context of the speech. But if they are not followed by any other word, maybe if they are at the end or if they are not followed by any other word, we use the strong form. Exactly. Good. So here we have the verb am. It has two pronunciations. The weak is am.
The weak form.
Yes.
Am, the strong form.
Exactly.
Okay.
Example about the weak form. Am I here?
Because we don't say am I late. It is wrong to say that. Am I late?
Yeah.
Am I late?
Yes.
Am I late? So we use
the weak form. It is in the context.
When
Yes, true.
asking.
Yeah.
Good.
And if we answer by yes or no, by yes especially, yes I am, we use the strong form. Another example is are. Also it can be or are.
Are they going?
Yeah. So,
are they going? That's it.
Are they going? The answer? Yes, they are. We use the strong form. The verb is. It has two pronunciations. Either is or is, of course, and it can be is. For example, if it is a weak form, the cats fast.
So it could be S or Z. This is what you mean. This cat's fast.
Yeah.
Here, this cat's fast. So here we use the weak form of is, which is S.
Yes, exactly.
But it has another weak form, which is Z.
Yes.
Za. Who's coming?
Who's coming? Yeah.
This is what you mean.
Yes, exactly.
And the strong form.
Yes, it is, or yes, Ali is. Is we pronounce it strongly.
Good.
The verb, the helping verb was. It can be was. It can be was. If it is weak, was of course. If it is strong, was.
Was the weather terrible?
It is in the weak form here.
Was the weather terrible?
Yeah, weak here,
So
because
weak
it is
form.
the
Yes,
it is in a statement in the context, etc.
The strong form.
Yeah. The answer should be yes, it was.
Good.
The verb has also, it can be strong, weak. Has or has. In the strong form, has. If you like, yeah, has the rose died.
Has the rose died?
It should be
has,
weak form.
Has, yes.
Has the rose. The milk's gone sour, hasn't it? It is also in the weak form. The answer, yes, it has. Have can be pronounced strong in the strong form or in the weak form. In the weak form, have. But in the strong form, have. Example, in the question form here, we have you ever been there? Yes, I have. It is not followed by anything, so it should be in the strong form. The verb do, it can be da. It can be do.
Yes.
When it is in the context, as we said, do they come early? The answer, yes, they do. Does has two forms, weak and strong. When it is weak, does, and when it is strong, does. Example, does the train.
Does the train.
Okay.
Yes. Schwa. It is schwa.
Yeah.
Does the train leave at 5? Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Thank you very much.
Because it is at the end and not followed by any other word.
I'm sure that they are very clear.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. We have an exercise now.
Yes. Does he speak English? Does he speak English? Does has a pronunciation. Strong or weak? Definitely it's a weak pronunciation. We don't have in the exam both or none, just to practice it now. Okay, so here we have either strong or weak. Does he has or does he speak English? Yes. So does has a weak pronunciation. Number 2. And yes, they are. The auxiliary are has a strong pronunciation. Number 3. Only one of the following auxiliaries is strong. Let's say which one. This is cat's fast. This cat's fast. Am I late? I am tired. Yes, they are. So D is the right answer. Yes, they are.
Thank you. I think this way of questioning is better than number 1 and 2, because we want the students to understand from the context. We want them to pronounce, let's say, correctly, or the auxiliaries, in a correct way. So we usually use the last strategy, not the first one or the second one.
But here, just exercise.
Yes, it's just an exercise.
Yes.
Good, thank you.
Yes.
Now, I think the last point before talking about the exam, being tactful is an expression. When being tactful, we use different phrases or different expressions to convey, let's say, this meaning or this expression to other people. Miss Hanan, please.
Being tactful here, to be tactful, to be polite, of course.
Yes.
So we sometimes soften a message by using particular words or phrases like, if we use the past form, we don't mean exactly here the past, but we mean we are tactful, polite, etc. We were planning to go to the cinema tomorrow. We were planning, it means we are very tactful here or very polite. To use some models, model, of course, helping verbs, it could have been a bit hotter. Of course, we use could here, not because we mean the past, but just we mean to be tactful. I'd go around the world if I were you. This is in conditional sentence type 2, which means if I were you, I would do so and so. It is to be tactful.
That's it.
Yes.
So in our everyday life, let's try, dear students, dear colleagues, to be polite with other people.
Especially when we're speaking in English.
Expressions first, especially when we use English. Yes. For example, let's say that Hanan buys a jacket and she wants my opinion. Okay, what do you think, Basil? Well, is it okay if I say, not good?
Oh my gosh.
That's it. So I know that it is not good for her, maybe, but if I want to convey this meaning, I can use other words to express, to be tactful with her. I can say, for example, I think darker colors suit you well, or better.
Yeah.
Okay, I think there are other, let's say, beautiful colors, etc.
Yes.
So we try to use different words to convey the meaning, the same meaning.
Yes.
Instead of saying no, I can say, I'm sorry, I can't. Okay, so so there are
different ways.
Every day we have different ways to convey the same meaning or the same message.
Yes.
We can use, so let's try to choose our words the best way, Thank you very much.
Have to train.
Yes, it is a message for everyone.
Yes.
When speaking English.
Yes.
So here we have, as you said, not sounding polite, not sounding negative, I mean, sorry.
Yes.
I think darker colors suit you better, so you had better buy a black jacket.
So it doesn't suit me?
No, it suits you.
Okay, thank you
because
very much.
it agrees with my jacket.
Okay.
Now, adverbs of attitude. Honestly, yeah, I'm here. I've heard better singers. Unfortunately, the food was salty. So these adverbs here makes you more polite, more tactful. Example: Sue, does the dress look okay? Annie says, well, I think darker colors suit you better. I'd go for black instead if I were you. This is to be polite or tactful.
Yes, thank you. Now we have an exercise.
Yes. Do my legs look fat in these? It was sort of interesting at times.
I think a loose pair would suit you better.
Yes.
I turn it down if I were you. It could do with being a bit louder.
I think B. I think a looser pair should or would suit you better.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you. Number 2.
Honestly, why did you think?
What did
you think?
Of my speech. Yes.
My speech. Okay, yeah.
What did you think of my speech?
You have choices here. It was sort of interesting at times. I'd love to. Sorry, I can't. I've seen better designs. We are talking about speech, so it should be A. It was sort of interesting at times. We use the past not because it is past.
It means it was sort of interesting. It means it was interesting.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
it.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
What did you think of that article I sent you? Yes, you can.
I don't like it. I didn't like
really?
it. Can I say that? So
no.
I must choose my words. So
yes.
It is better to be tactful with you.
You can say frankly or honestly. It could have been a bit more detailed. Number 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think the music is too loud? I'd turn it down if I were you. To turn down, to reduce the volume, of course.
Yes.
I wasn't on the short side. I appreciate that. I've seen better designs. I'm talking about music, so we are talking.
The first one.
Yeah.
A.
I turn it down if I were you. It is very polite, of course, or tactful. Yeah.
Okay. Now we can talk about writing. When we talk about the composition, of course, the composition or the rubric says, or the expression, write a composition about different uses of artificial intelligence in our modern life. Mention at least 3 uses. Make use of some of connecting words, such as in addition to, not only, but also, furthermore, besides, etc. Check your composition for spelling, punctuation, and grammar mistakes. These are some pieces of advice for all the students when they want to write compositions. So here, Miss Summer, please, we have some capitalization rules.
Yes.
Let's try to convey some messages for the students, please.
Yes. Use a capital letter to begin a sentence. The book is red. It's on the table. My name is Lara.
Okay.
Okay.
Another rule, we use a capital letter for the personal pronoun I. This pronoun, wherever it comes, it should be in the capital form. What can I say? He's Rob, I am Mary. A note here, always capitalized in the capital form, no matter where it falls in a sentence, in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end.
Okay, use capital letter for days of the week, months of the year, holidays. For example, Monday, Friday, April, May, Easter, and Christmas. Yes.
Another rule about capitalization: names of countries, languages, and nationalities, they are always in the capitalized form. Hani is from Syria. Hani, the name, Syria, the country. His mother is Russian nationality. He can speak Arabic language. It should be in the capital form. Yes.
Again, we have something else. Yes. Use a capital letter for people's names, surnames, and titles. He is Lionel Messi, King Henry, Dr. Smith. Hello, Mr. Hamad.
Yes. Okay, use a capital letter for places and monuments. Damascus, Umayyad Mosque, and the Himalayas.
Okay. Names of the street too.
Yes, names of the
Alhambra Street, for example.
Yes.
Why not? Okay. And
For in greeting and closing of a letter or email at the beginning or at the end. Like dear Judy, the first letter should be capitalized, how are you? At the end, the closing phrase should be love Anna, your friend Jack.
See you soon.
See you soon, okay.
Okay. So here, the question mark, the exclamation mark, the full stop, and the comma.
I think we should take a break for a second.
This is why we use the comma.
Yes, sure.
So it is a short pause.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
When we feel that we should stop for a short time, we use comma.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
When we feel that we have finished the main idea or the idea as a whole, and we need a longer pause, we use a full stop.
Exactly.
Sure.
Right? And
I agree with you.
so we need an exclamation mark when we are surprised, shocked, etc.
To express
emotions.
Yes, to express emotions. And the last one, the
what are you doing?
course.
What are you guys talking about? This is the function of the question mark at the end of the question.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
And a full stop, of course. A full stop marks the end of a sentence. Full stops end sentences that are not questions or exclamations.
Yes.
Full stop is used at the end of every telling sentence. Examples: Messi is an excellent footballer. Nepal is a beautiful country. That's it. Now what about
The question
question mark?
Surely it is at the end of the question. How are you? Is this your bag? Do you have a pen?
Good,
Yes,
thank
comma. To separate items in a list, to separate clauses. For example, you will need flour, butter, salt, and cheese. Okay.
While I was sleeping,
the phone rang.
Thank you very much. Now, the exclamation mark.
The exclamation mark. To show strong emotions or feelings like shock, happiness, surprise, anger, or danger. To show forceful command. Example: please help me. Wow, what a painting. Go to bed, let's say, sorry, now.
Good, thank you.
An exercise just
now rewrite the following
Paragraph
using the correct punctuation and capitalization. Of course, here we have a paragraph. We should start with the capital letter. So there is a mistake here. It was Dania again. There is a mistake. It must be capitalized, the first letter. 15. You see? 15th birthday. Another one at the beginning of the sentence. The pronoun she didn't expect us, but her mother was in business. Again,
Also
she. The beginning of the sentence. She helped us organize this day. Dania, again, there is a mistake. Did not guess anything. First.
At the end of the sentence.
After anything, we need a full stop. After first we need a comma, because there is a short pause. First, her mother sent Dania again to the store, etc. Now, we have another paragraph. It's okay. Students can follow the same strategy, but maybe we need some time. We have maybe 7 or 8 minutes to talk about the final exam. Dear students, as you know, last year it was the first model of the new, let's say, exam, the first format. It was the new format of the new exam of, let's say, the new course or curriculum, which is called EMAR series. Dear students, as you know, your exam will be divided into 3 parts. The first part will deal with reading, the reading skill. When we talk about the reading skill, you will be given 2 reading texts, text A and text B. Text A will be from the book. The size of this text will be no more than 200 words. Of course, this text contains 6 items or 6 questions. All of them are multiple choice questions, A, B, C, D. 4 choices, 4 options. Let's say that most of the questions or all the questions will deal with the main ideas of the text, not with, let's say, the meanings of the words. For example, if we want to ask you about the meanings of words, there is no need for the reading text. We can ask you about the meanings of words without the reading text at all. We say the word so and so means, and we give you 4 choices. So there is no need for the reading text. But maybe one of these questions can ask about the meaning of one of the words in the text. One of the words. Not 3 questions about the meanings of words, as some maybe teachers do in the field. It is a wrong strategy. Again, try to deal with the main ideas of the text. Try to ask about the main ideas. For example, in the text success, in Unit 2, we have many new words. Remuneration, maybe aptitude, motivation, etc.
Yes.
So here, let's say the word remuneration in bold means so and so. We give the students 4 choices, but not 3 questions about the meanings of words or 4 questions about the meanings of words. It can be one of them. One of them. Okay, again, there is another idea. One of them can be about reference. About reference, we know that we use pronouns instead of nouns. For example, it, they, he, she, etc. That's it.
Yes.
Now, the second text will be parallel, dear students. It won't be from the book, but it is related in a way or another to one of the topics of your course. I mean, it could be a story, it could be about a scientist, about anyone.
But not listening
But
text.
it is not from the listening scripts, of course. Some teachers focus on this point too. It is wrong, dear students. Don't listen to these, let's say, rumors. Don't listen to rumors, okay? There is a reading text, and the reading text will be parallel, but the words of this text will be very clear. We are very sure that you have studied them before. You have learned them before, either in the baccalaureate, in your book, or before the baccalaureate. So you know about the new words in the text. There is no problem for you. Okay? That's it. This is everything about reading. Of course, the 6 questions of the second text, text B, will be true or false. You have to decide whether the sentences are true or false. It is not required from you to correct the information. Now, we move on to talk about the use of English. The second part of your exam will contain 26 items, 26 questions. All of them are called multiple choice questions, 4 choices. Okay, all of them. Some of them will ask about the vocabs. Some of them will ask about tenses. Some of them will ask about grammar, different grammar skills. You have passive, causative, relative pronouns, conditionals, wish, paired conjunctions, modals, reported speech, inversion, and so on. And you have the tenses, of course. You have 3 units in your book deal with or are dealing with tenses, present tenses, past tenses, and future tenses or future forms. This is everything about grammar. Now, vocabs, grammar, you have phrasal verbs. When we talk about vocabulary, not only word family, not only different words. You have adjectives, you have pronouns, you have idioms, you have phrasal verbs. So all these are under the title vocabulary. So this title is very important in your 2 books, the student's book and the workbook. Now, after this, we can talk about pronunciation. After grammar, we will ask you about the pronunciation skills in your book, of course. In each unit, there is a title called pronunciation. Try to focus on this title, please. After pronunciation, you have another title at the end of each unit, which is called Everyday English. How to express advice, how to express hesitation, congratulation, etc. That's everything about the use of English. The last part, dear students, will deal with writing. In writing, you'll be given 3 questions. The first question, question A, is let's say the rubric says ask about the underlined words. So it is question making. You will be given 4 items, 4 statements. There are let's say some words underlined in these 4 statements, and you have to ask about them. You can ask about time, about place, about people, about things, about reasons, about etc. The second question, there are 3 possibilities here. The students may be given a paragraph in which contains, let's say, 4 mistakes. The students have to look or to find out the mistakes and correct them. Another possibility, which is students can be given 4 separate statements,
yes,
and to choose the wrong part in each sentence, with whether it is A or B or C or D. There is no correction here.
Yes.
They need only just to choose
identify
the wrong part.
Yes.
And the last possibility, which is students can be given 4, let's say, scrambled statements, and the students need to order these statements to write a well-organized paragraph. Which sentence is number 1? Which one of them is number 2? Which one of them is number 3? Which one of them is number 4? To write a paragraph. That's it. This is everything about writing. And the last question, of course, will be composition. The composition will be parallel, not from the book, but it is related in a way or another to one of the topics of your book. So the more you read, the more you can write.
Right. Sure.
You have a question.
Yes,
time is over.
Just a note. Many teachers ask the students to memorize. They still ask them to memorize.
No. We focus on this point. Please don't memorize any composition from the book. The composition will be parallel. It is related in a way or another to your book, but it is not from the book. Okay? Please, you will be given, of course, some hints that will help you to write the composition.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I think that we have covered everything important for our dear students. At the end of this session, dear students, dear colleagues, let me thank Ms. Samar Israwi, an English teacher from Damascus countryside. Thanks for your participation.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Hanan Kantagji, an English teacher from Hama Directorate. Thanks for coming from Hama.
Thank you, sir.
Dear Hanan. Dear students, dear colleagues, till we meet in other seminars, we wish you all the best and goodbye. Thank you.